Let's have a little sit inside. That's crazy. We're just sitting in a classic Beetle and it smells like a new car. It's amazing. That smells amazing, actually. If you could smell this. We need smell-o-vision on video, I tell you that for nothing. Training down here. Let's have a look. So pretty exciting to see these guys today because there's a lot of history here with Volkswagen, obviously racing back in the day. But the thing that we really want to see is this Roadster, this new Beetle Roadster. It's 2.7 litres. It's absolutely beautiful. We shared it actually on social media a few months ago and it went viral, so we know a lot of people want to see this, and it was only photographs, and here today we're going to see it in the metal. Only thing is, it told us we can't drive it, which is a bit of a bummer. But if we can grab it out into the sun, that would be freaking amazing. So, just trying to find where they are now. The GPS saying it's just down here. So let's see if they have a big sign somewhere. Well, hopefully I've gone down the right way. There we go. On the left, Memminger. We've just arrived, so let's see where we can park. So there's another place down the bottom as well. There we go, parking for Memminger. Let's pull in. There we go. We have arrived. So Carmen just pressed the buzzer. See if someone can let us in. Okay, so we're gonna have a little wander through inside to see what we want to photograph. Seems really good. As you can see, more of their work on the walls. And this is, I believe, part of the factory. Oh yeah, here we go. Inside the workshop. So a little bit of a tour round by Thomas, who's working here, whilst waiting for the brothers to come. Yep, I can see parts on the floor. Don't want to fall over. This is going to show us through what kind of things we can take photographs of. Oh, there you go, must be a couple of clients' cars. Engine parts. Oh, on this side, chassis. Awesome. Wow, they're very big premises. Little Golf over there, a little bit higher than the average. So, it's definitely a very big place. Let's have a little wander through. Thank you. It's all very secretive, almost like walking into a special locker room. Oh wow, okay. Yes, oh my gosh, yeah. That's the kind of thing you don't see every day. Oh wow. And you can just smell in here the nostalgia.
No, we didn't smell it.
Oh my gosh, look at this. How amazing is this place? Wow. This is incredible.
How many are in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
There's a lot in here. Wowzers.
I lost 120.
All the bare shells. Look at that. That's beautiful. That paint is gorgeous. Look at that paint. Wow. Oh, and then in between all the classics is one of the reasons we also came to see the guys, because look at this thing. This is absolutely stunning. Look at that. Wow. That's awesome. This Roadster is the bomb. If I can just step back a little bit to show you guys without falling over. How awesome is that? That looks amazing. So in here, I assume this is the showroom of all the shells you've built over the years. Is that kind of really what it is, just to show? Because obviously on the right here, there's so many bare shells. Are they for sale, these, or
Yes.
They are?
Yeah.
Wow. So you would take these shells.
Some.
Really? So you can come in here, buy the shell, and you guys would literally rebuild it from scratch. and it'd be like a new car. I mean, who wouldn't? New cars can be very boring. Now, I wouldn't mind having this.
Are these still the old shells, or are they built by you?
They are built by us.
That's awesome. So you build these shells.
Fully restored.
Wow. So you have it. If you guys would definitely want to have a new Beetle, literally, or convertible, this is the place to come. I mean, look at all these. These are amazing. I love the colour of these two. And actually, the 914. Wow. Okay, let's have a wander. See, that's kind of how it probably was before. These guys got their hands on it and then made it like we just saw before. Oh my goodness. I know someone would be really interested to see these is Magnus Walker. He's probably been here himself before. Shout out to Max. Wow, what a place. Well, there's definitely a lot of pictures and video taking we're going to do here. Check out the tractor. That racing Beetle is amazing. Look how fat those arches are. What else we got? Oh man, even more. There's a whole variety down here. This is like the showroom of showrooms. So we're just having a little walk around to see what we've got, whilst we have the father and son, George and Scouse, to come and meet us, if we pronounce his name correctly. My German's not so good. Gosh, all these convertibles, I mean, seriously, look at that. Just how beautiful are these. So you can actually have one of these for yourselves if you want one. And it'll be built by these guys, Memminger. And it'll be like having a brand new car. Look at that, even got their stamp on the parts on the engine there. Absolutely incredible. Amazing. So another bare shell with a few bits and pieces, some of the brand new engines behind that they build. And let's have a look inside. As you can see, it literally is having like a brand new chassis. These guys restore them to an incredible spec. I mean, look at the actual roof, foldable roof, mechanism. It's fantastic work to think these are no longer manufactured, and these guys actually help bring back bodies to life and make them into brand new cars, brand new engines with 100 brake horsepower, which is enough to move these vehicles down the freeway easily. And some of these that I'm standing in between right now are actually clients' cars ready to be picked up. So there's some really beautiful vehicles here, and definitely looking forward to taking this flagship one on the road. It's a really incredible showroom. As you can see behind me, there's a lot of interesting Volkswagen Beetles, lots of them. But in between you will find some Porsche, so the 914 variety, and one's a racing one, which if I turn around, hopefully you guys can see it just there. And that's actually George, obviously the father, the main founder, Memminger. And it's his racing car from back in the day, because he used to be a racing driver back in the 80s. So that's really cool. And just trying to walk around and show you guys a little bit what we have here. So here we have a Cup Racing Beetle and a tractor with a Beetle engine, which is pretty cool actually. And if I just keep walking, you will then see so many more Beetles all lined up. Some of the ones that they have manufactured here. A few of them are obviously clients as well. They're waiting to pick them up. And I'm just walking through actually some of the client vehicles. And there's one just behind me. And if I walk through here, you can see a few more that are being built, ready to leave. And here, oh, if I can do it, that's a fully restored engine that's been done. And I've got to keep looking at the camera. I keep looking at the screen. It's so distracting sometimes. Trying to get used to keep my eyes where you guys are looking. So apologies for my eyes going left and right. But there you go. If I step maybe further forward, you can see just how vast this showroom is. And one of the things we were told is actually upstairs there's another whole bunch of things, old classics. And we got a sneak preview. We couldn't take pictures for you guys, unfortunately. Unfortunately, we can't do that. But there was maybe 100 or so vehicles that they've just found around the world in order for them to continue the business and build from those. So It's incredible. And behind, just up here, are chassis that are ready. You can come in here as a client and pick the one you want, and off it goes, and everything will be rebuilt from scratch. So what we're going to do in a few moments is have a walk through to the actual factory, show you where they build everything. But just before, we've come to see something very special. And this VW Roadster, new, is just behind us, look. Oh, if I can go there, look at that. That's a beauty. And so what we've heard, it's not drivable yet. This has literally been made like this, and now they're going to probably make about 20 of these worldwide. So it's be super exclusive. So anyone watching this, I want to give them a shout and say, yes, I'm happy to buy one when they're ready. So if I just look at the back here, the back end is equally as impressive. Ooh. There you go, look at that. A work of art, and we've come for this. We just can't take it out because it's got no engine, can't open the doors, but we can take some pictures, a bit of video, and see a bit more in the video. But first, I think we were told we can have a lunch, so we'll see what they got for us for lunch. So let's continue shooting. So here we are, the VW Roadster Beetle by Memminger, and as I've just explained, it's yet to be drivable. This is just literally to show people what they are going to build, and it will be built. And I did mention around 20 only, possibly, so we'll soon find out the remaining figures of what they think. But how beautiful does this thing look? Obviously, everything will be built by Memminger, the interior as well. Engine-wise, I'm curious to see what they're going to do with the engine. But if you step back, just look at how gorgeous that is. Absolutely beautiful. And you'll be able to see the whole feature on our website. So what I'm doing here is taking pictures of this car. Normally we'd take this outside for a photo shoot, but because this one has got no engine, nothing really works on it, it's just literally a prototype, I'm having to shoot it in here with carbon. So just do what you can, just have to be a bit artistic and maybe get a few lines of the Beatles in between. So as you can see what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to try and get a shot where if I can be possibly between one of these at an angle. So you probably just see the hood of the Beetle, but then you see that in the background. So if I can sneak through one of these without dropping everything. So if I get myself here, and you'll be able to see the shoot later on the website, and from here, this is a nice perspective. You get the left side of the Beatles, the Roadster in the middle, and in the background. So it's just quite a nicely laid out shot. So if I take a shot, and then maybe I might be able to show you on the camera actually. Don't know if you want to show them. Let me know if you go there. But as you can see, just a nice live rounded shot. So even though we can't take it outside, we can get a nice shot. It's within all the new Beetles, all the old Beetles, I should say, and then obviously the Roadster in the middle. So just getting a bit more artistic, and sometimes you have to go low on the floor. So I'm going to go down, which gives a different perspective of the angle. So I'm going to go as far down as I can and see if I can get a nice low shot, just to show you guys. If I come back up, see if I can show you. Just shows a different angle. So even though you may have a lot of things around, it still looks good. Gives a bit of intrigue because you're thinking, where is this car? And it's not often we get the chance to go in a showroom like this. And obviously we're in Germany, Volkswagen. I mean, you can't find many more in this place, but this place is amazing. And we actually were just shown a minute ago, just above here, old ones that they've literally collected for years, ready to build, and we just couldn't take any pictures. So unfortunately, we got a sneak preview, but we couldn't show you guys, so it's a shame. But we have to play by the rules. But yeah, so this is it really, guys. Just a little bit behind the scenes what we do with some of the pictures for the magazine and the website. And you get to see this, which is amazing. So enjoy.
Just so you know, these are fully painted for people to come in here to have a little demonstration on what can be done, but the interior and everything else will be created as per customer spec. So whether this is the interior itself or the audio or the engine, you choose.
That's really cool. So you're literally having a brand new Beetle, but old Beetle,
Yes.
brand new. So this is really impressive. So you don't need to have a really old, sort of a new car, so to speak. You can have an old with new, which is the way forward, I think, for classics. So one of the things I was just saying to Thomas here is that actually it's quite interesting because you've got a classic car, and normally you have the nostalgic smell, which we smell here, but then you have the bare shell, like over there, that blue one you can see, and then the interior, everything's gonna be brand new. So my head's gonna be expected to smell old as I go in, but it's actually new. So I'm gonna test it out, because that's gonna be quite strange, but I bet it's gonna be quite interesting. So let's have a little sit inside. That's crazy. We're just sitting in a classic Beetle and it smells like a new car. It's amazing. That smells amazing, actually. If you could smell this. We need smell-o-vision on video, I tell you that for nothing. That's nice. It feels good, you know. Those seats are really nice as well. Very nice seats. Nicely trimmed. Love the steering wheel. Bit of carbon fibre on the dashboard as well, which is pretty cool. Seating position's nice. I bet this would be so much fun to drive. Wow. This is great. Just sitting inside, I feel it already. That's very, very nice. Yes, I think we want one. Feels solid. Really good. So knowing these cars, it doesn't always feel.
CD, jetzt habe ich noch und so ein bisschen Kauderwelschen und ich verstehe, wenn einer was sagt,
Ja.
aber da muss der Thomas herhalten, gell?
Das ist
Ich bin
alles
da
in
ein
Ordnung.
Nullinger.
Das ist alles in Ordnung. Ich bin in Augsburg aufgewachsen, deswegen ist Deutsch meine Muttersprache. Also,
Und wo wohnen Sie?
in England.
In London oder?
Ja, außerhalb von London.
Außerhalb.
Südosten von London.
Meine Tochter hat in England das Abitur gemacht und hat dann studiert und geht nicht mehr rüber. Ja, gut. Am Anfang sollte sie ein Jahr drüben bleiben, da hat sie also gemeckert und dann habe ich gesagt, es gibt nur einen Heimflug, das ist Weihnachten und vielleicht Ostern. Und später, als ich jetzt dann 2 gezahlt hätte oder einen dritten zum Oktoberfest, dann hat sie gesagt, nein, ich fliege nicht mehr heim, ich bleibe da.
Aha.
Also,
Okay, das ist in Ordnung. Ich habe das anders angenommen. Ich habe hier fertig studiert, habe hier meine Lehre gemacht als Erzieherin und habe dann die Sachen gepackt und gesagt, tschüss. Und dann war ich weg. Bin erst nach Griechenland gezogen. Kein Wort Griechisch gesprochen, das habe ich da gelernt. Ich war da ganz flexibel.
ja, die Jugend nimmt das halt sowieso anders als vor 50 Jahren. Aber jetzt was anderes, wir lassen uns zum Mittagessen immer was aus.
Cute. So heading off to the interior section now. Smell that fresh leather and Alcantara. It's the main reception we came through. Up those stairs, let's have a look. Oh, nice. Nicely blown up on the wall. A few seats. Oh, yeah, here we go. Oh yeah, look at these. They're beautiful. Look at that. Reminds me of the kind of jeans, well, they're not jeans, but the cords I used to wear as a kid.
Cord.
Yep, I used to have cord trousers like that. Nice.
I
Yeah.
had some of these too.
Exactly, it's 80s kids, right?
70s and 80s, yeah.
This is it, it used to be fashion back then. I used to have the patches on the knees as well.
Oh yes, I remember now.
Oh yes. Nice, so there we go.
Oh wow.
Take a seat, gentlemen and ladies. There we go. Oh, it's a lot cooler in here as well. Nice. Oh, look at all these seats.
These are
Incredible.
all the colours.
Yep. So that's all the types of colours for interior as well? Because it looks like paint almost. I'm looking at the, almost thinking it's kind of paint. Wow, you got everything here.
Different versions for the interior.
Wow, all the different interior leather. So you use a mixture of leather. Do you have Alcantara?
Yes, also.
It's a whole mixed variety. There you go, auto spec, whatever you guys want to have. That's awesome.
Different stitches as well.
Yep. Love those steering wheels.
Mm.
Look at that. That's amazing. So here we have the steering wheel and dashboard, door cards. There you go. It literally is a Volkswagen factory here. They have everything. More steering wheels. Different styles you can have. Door handles. Everything else you can imagine to get the interior looking incredible.
Matching the string as well.
Oh yeah, the stitching as well can be all matched up.
Yeah.
And these guys. Okay, so having a little wander around to show you guys inside, and we're going to show you where they actually build the vehicles, where they start at, and you'll be able to see what they actually do. There you go.
It's the bottom line. Everything is being taken out, everything's sanded off. So it's my phone. That's something to learn, never use or leave your phone on. But the most important part is that the chassis number is still the old one.
Yep.
Which means it remains a classic.
Perfect. And you just come across here.
Yeah, so you have the second part to that.
This way, okay, that way.
Over here. So these two will be assembled. All that is still the old part. And these are then the new metal sheets that go on. So everything that's black is new, fully new build.
And it's galvanized steel.
Yeah.
So, as you can see, obviously the wings are obviously fiberglass. Where every other piece, as you can see in black, is all galvanized. It's all been pressed in another factory. But everything else that you can see in the cream colored is literally the original. So it's not an actual brand new build, it's literally using the old shell and ensuring that they have brand new parts which are stronger and better than the original, which is really amazing. So this is where it all begins, and like Carmen says, you got the chassis underneath and obviously the bare shell before all the parts are added on. So it's ready, and then if we go down the corner, I remember you showed us down here was the floor pan. Same process. So as you can see the middle section, which is what I showed you there.
Pointed out so people see.
And it's new on both sides, right? I think.
The middle section and everything you see here is bolt on, all new, printed, as well as the top up there.
So everything here, apart from the middle section, is all brand new, reinforced, and a lot stronger than factory. So that's what they do. They literally want to make the cars better than factory. And obviously galvanized steel allows it to not rust that fast, whereas the original panels probably would. If they were to keep them, that means the car possibly would not last as long. So let's go and see what else they've got, right?
So there's just one as a very last stage. We are filtering in with other bits, but very last stage, that is how the car looks fully.
So that's a finished vehicle.
It was built in 2001, no, 2003, sorry. So that's 15 years now.
Yeah, and you can see it looks
stunning and in good condition.
Yeah, the quality is still there. So it shows these guys, their craftsmanship is absolutely amazing. They do a fantastic job. So now we're going to go through to the part section. Oh, thank you. So we can show you guys the operation that they have. So let's have a little look through. As you can see, let's have a look down here. There you go. So this is only just part of where all the car parts are stored. There's a lot more. Obviously you have engines, as you can see, ready for a rebuild. Floor panels in the back, more engines. Photographs on the wall, you probably see this one here. The gentleman in the middle with the moustache, you can see that's George, founder of the company, being a racing driver back in the day. Here's some of the engines, obviously pre-built. And then we're going to have a little look upstairs and see what they've got. Let's have a little walk up through. Oh, as you can see there, panels, pre-built, galvanized steel, stronger. Gearboxes, windows, so a lot of parts, but this place is huge, so it's not the only part of the building. They have so much more here. It's huge. So just giving you guys a bit of a tour as to exactly what these guys have available if you have a classic Volkswagen. Okay, so you can see a huge warehouse just at the top. Panels here, seats, everything you can imagine, gearboxes. Obviously, that's where we came from. And then, I think if we walk down here, from what Thomas was showing us before, oh, hang on, before I go further.
The original exhaust.
Look at all the engines. All those engines. And that's what they get them in before, take them out, and then restore them. And then I think there's some parts down here, right, Colin?
Yeah.
Do you want to lead the way?
I'm leading the way.
So what we got here, bumpers, springs, whole host of different parts.
More bumpers.
Engine parts down here, the fuel, the suspension arms. So yeah, these guys literally have everything here. Even original panels, and I think back in the corner over there from what Thomas is sharing with us was actually, you could probably see my finger points down there, pressed doors, brand new, obviously undercarriage. So there you go, yeah. And obviously the seats
These are
before.
originals as well, isn't it, Thomas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are sanded down, sandblasted, I should say.
There you go, so the original seat springs and framing ready for brand new seats.
Brand new seats, yeah.
Cool.
They're just waiting to be stitched up.
Yeah. Okay. Wow, I can smell that spray. Wow, that's strong. Made my head spin. So let's see what else they have, because their location is pretty big and there's more parts. I'll show you guys around. Okay, so this is more like a storeroom where they have a whole variety of parts, and let's start with the wheels. As you can see, there's a lot of wheels. And obviously down here, more parts from engine bits, wheel suspension. Gosh, yes. If you walk down here, it's like almost like wheel heaven. Everything ready for the wheels to be done. Every part you think possible. Gosh, there's a lot of them down here. And then walk through even more parts. Like I say, all down here, each one of these aisles. Parts to fit everything on the car to make them go. As you can see, bonnets or hoods, as you say in America. And then all the nuts and bolts to tie everything together. So yeah, these guys have got a great operation. Oh, more wheels and then tires as well. So there we go. Let's see what else they have. We can just talk together like we've just done if you want. So you don't have to think about
shy
this.
in front of the
Oh
camera.
no, forget that. We'll just talk like we are now.
Language is so bad.
No, your English is good. No, trust me, I would not ask you. Because what will happen is that I'll just talk to you. So explain to me what's the difference with these two, and you just talk to me.
Okay.
And you look at me, you forget that, and we just talk.
We can try it.
Because when you just explained, that was perfect English. Trust me, your English is not bad.
Okay.
It's very, very good. So Carmen's just filming. She'll be on the outside, and we'll just talk. So don't worry about that. So let me know whenever you're gonna start back, and then I'll just concentrate on me, and you just can show the different parts. So basically here we want to show you guys something about how some people buy car parts and try to save on the cost. But I want to explain to you guys that that's not a good thing. You have to buy the quality and pay extra, because in the long run it's not only just about safety, but it's about other things. And Thomas here is just going to share with me about these two pieces here, which are almost identical, but one is basically done at a cheap rate and the other one's done properly. So I'm just going to have a little chat and you guys will understand the importance. So So what are these parts? First of all, what are they called?
These are the heater channels.
Heater channels, okay. And so you've obviously got this one here. This looks really strong, and this one looks like it's gone through World War III.
Yes, of course.
So explain to me what's going on here then, because obviously, I'm assuming this is something you've made, and this is something else.
Yeah,
So,
this you see here the heating outlets.
yep.
This is an Asian product, I
So
think.
that's from Asia,
Yeah.
okay.
And very cheap. You see, it's already
I
rusted.
know,
here.
this one I'm seeing rust,
Yeah.
I'm seeing some dents.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
that
it's
is
very light.
streamlined.
This is 1.2 millimeters galvanized sheet steel
Okay,
with very strong parts.
I see, okay. And so you guys manufactured this part in-house.
Yeah.
And from what we've been talking before, is that you obviously do what it takes to improve on the original design. Now, me just observing from this part here you've shown me and what I see on here, there's a lot of, I mean, it's awful. This piece here is absolutely terrible. If you go back a bit, Carmen, and you show just up here, like where you're coming to me, I mean, look at this, guys. Everything I see down here has been inconsistently cut. It's like wavy. This thing, I mean, the welds on this are absolutely appalling. This is just trash, basically. It's not strong, it wobbles.
Yeah, and if you hold it in the back, I can show you how strong it is.
So if I hold this,
Yeah.
that's hugely flexible, right? And the parts of movement, which isn't good. Now, imagine if you're driving down the road, that's going to rattle. And the heat dispersion, God knows what's going to happen. And obviously, this is the one you guys create. Look at the difference. It's been made to last.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's probably going to be a huge price difference within these two. But I know which one I would pay for. And there's no point building a car to the level you want and then paying for something that's probably worth $100, let's say. Whereas this might be a few thousand, but the difference is huge because the quality will last forever. And when you're driving down the road, you're not going to have rattles and that. And then just this in itself is probably going to be expensive to actually fix on the car. And if you get it done right, you have a car that lasts forever, basically. So this, I don't even understand how they can let this out of a factory. It's fucking awful. It's a piece of shit, basically. I'm just not, you know, excuse my language, but this is what it is. This is dangerous. I've done stuff in the industry before with this. I don't know how they let it happen. So just a little bit of education for you guys. If you want to sort of cut back on doing a restoration, don't. Go for the stuff that's being built by the professionals, and these guys know what they're doing with what they're doing. So, yeah, do
Let's
the right
just
thing.
check once more, what's the price difference?
So I think it was mentioned maybe about $50 to $100 maybe, or $200, and this is $1,500. But the difference, I mean, right now you can, just by visuals, seeing the way it's been done, this is worth the money every single time. Not this. You'll have a really bad car, people will see it, and especially on the Beetle, do you really want to go down this route? I don't think so. So yeah, thanks Thomas. There you go. Perfect. I think then we're going to have a light switch, and then suddenly the lights will go. Yay! There we go. Another part of one of the buildings with a few intriguing numbers, like a Fiat 600 of all places. A little Fiat Abarth. How cool is this little thing? Look at that. How nice is that little Fiat?
Love it.
That's amazing. I believe it's George Jr.'s. So we'll probably find out a little bit more about this one later. Love that. And then another one of these crazy tractors with Volkswagen engines. But we clocked something a little bit more interesting. Forget the Volkswagens. How about this? An old style oven. Now this is what we really came for. Forget the Volkswagens, look at that. The original rust, all the carbon from all the burning it's done over the years. This is pure vintage. It's probably older than anything in this factory. How cool is that? I'd love to try this out, but I wouldn't have a clue where to start. So let's see what else we can find. Oh, hang on. That's an interesting bike there down there. Not sure about that. Obviously, a few more in the back. And then, if I'm not mistaken, down here, from what we were told, this is one of the larger engines, most powerful ones in the back of this Beetle. 170 brake horsepower. And as you can see, what a lovely, lovely build. Gorgeous carbon fibre. Look at that. Amazing. That's beautiful. Work of art. So this one is another rare Beetle because it actually has, if you look, the sunroof integrated, and apparently it's probably not many others of these around, if not the only one around in Germany. So this is super rare right now, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. Look at that, that paint, incredible. That's a beautiful example. If I get to the front, show you guys a bit more. Look at that, just gorgeous. So Thomas is going to share with us a little bit about the 1951 Beetle you see over there in this chassis here. He's got a lot of history he wants to share with us.
Aber das ist jetzt alles handgemacht.
So come and just look at this book. So what's happening? I'm curious.
What I'm looking here at
Yep.
is the original, so where it all began, really. That's
For this car that's in front of you here, right?
yes.
So this car here, and as you can see, there's some shell here that's rotten away.
So this is the build, the original
So it's like the handbook with everything.
documentation.
Okay.
It's a documentation really of
Yep.
what has been given to him. So this is a 51
Yep.
Beetle year build, and so he bought it off eBay, and by he I mean George Senior.
Okay.
Bought this car on eBay. It was in German you say cabrio, which what was interesting about it is it was on eBay signed out as only parts for use still, but he somehow totally missed that, or dismissed I should say.
Yep.
So once he got it, and I'm going to show you how that looked.
My
So
gosh.
that is how the original farmer, how he used it.
So that's the
He
original car. So
used it,
that
he used it
is-
as a tractor.
So that's that.
A farming vehicle.
Okay.
So this is the list of things he actually took in this car. Like this is like picking up calves from the lawn, potatoes to bring in.
So he actually says to you how the vehicle was used all those years ago.
Exactly. So this is how it looked, and this is how
Yep.
George Senior got the car.
Oh my God.
So hardly
Battered.
anything was usable, really.
So this is kind of
this.
what was left from it, and then it's now this.
Absolutely.
Right
So what happens, and you can still see it here.
Look at the
actually,
difference.
he wanted to have or keep the original color, because obviously some of the panels that were on here are still rebuilt
Ah.
and restored in here. But he went actually through various channels to figure out exactly what that coloring is supposed to be, because he said, well, in 20 years' time, nobody believes us that would be an original color.
Now I see. I get
So
it.
now they basically cut out, here you can see the cutout,
Yep.
of a part in order to show to that person,
This
hey,
is the color.
that's the color, can you tell us how that was made?
They've replicated it into this one. That's
This
incredible.
is, basically what it was powder coating
Yep.
plus clear lacquer.
So it's just a base coat with lacquer on top. But look at the result. It's amazing. Oh my God. So there you go. From this to this.
And
Incredible.
now this coloring, the very exact coloring, has gone onto the new Roadster.
Ah, so now,
Er kann hier,
this is George Senior himself.
hier die Farbe sehen
Yeah.
und da drinnen.
So the original colors you can see still here
Und
and
so-
on the other side
Oh
here
my
as
God.
well.
Yes, now
So
I can
there's
see it.
nothing changed on
Und
it.
das haben wir zum
Ja.
Analyse gegeben.
That's crazy. And so that colour, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, is now on the Roadster
Das haben wir wieder.
that they will eventually be creating around probably 20 of these around the world. That's a really awesome connection between history and new age. Brilliant. It's incredible when you see the
You
difference.
have to look at the inside. So some of what is the original is still here, just tiny tad changed.
Amazing.
Nothing much more.
Wow.
Und das sind die ersten verstellbaren Sitze von der deutschen Firma Hüls. Die konnte man aufdrehen und nach hinten klappen.
That was the first changeable seating. That's how it looked.
Oh my goodness.
From the German production
Wow.
house.
That looks so cool, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
1952.
1952.
Wow.
Just some history there.
Yeah, that is definitely
But this
all the new.
driving rallies, right?
Oh, it was also. Oh yeah, of course. Look.
So this went several rallies actually.
So from farm,
15, 16, 17.
so from farm tractor to actually rallies as well. Amazing. Wow.
Das kennt ihr ja.
Oh yeah.
There
you go. Air vent
Weil da die frische Luft immer
to keep your legs cool because it gets really hot. Obviously, there's the engine as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
356.
Wow. Very nice. From a Porsche 356. Beautiful. I love this car. This is amazing. Wow.
Excellent. In essence, I should start like this, shouldn't I?
Go for it.
Today, we are at Memminger with George and George, George Senior, George Junior, and basically I will have to talk in German today, otherwise that will be a back and forth conversation in between English translations and German translations. So to avoid all that back and forth, I am going to talk in German and you will see the subtitles. There you go. Vielen, vielen Dank für die Einladung, dass wir hierher kommen
Sehr
dürfen. Das ist mir doch am Herzen gelegen. Das ist Heimat für mich. Sie sind gerade mal nur eine Stunde ungefähr, sogar ein bisschen weniger von meiner Heimatstadt weg. Und jedes Mal, wenn wir hier waren, irgendwie kam das nicht an. Dieses Mal hat Toni mir ein Bild gezeigt und ich habe ihm gesagt, nur um die Ecke. Und dann war er Feuer und Flamme und hier sind wir. Nochmal danke. Wir sind hier, haben uns zum ersten Mal auch die Geschichte angeguckt. Geschichte von dem 51er Baujahr Beetle. Aber wir haben auch im Internet gelesen, Sie beide sind Rennfahrer.
Eher der Vater.
Er der Vater, wie der Sohn? Nee.
Also wir fahren jetzt beide nicht mehr. Das heißt, der Junior fährt noch. Und wir nehmen diese Rallyes, um unsere Autos auch zu präsentieren. Und die Renngeschichte von früher bei mir, die hat mit dem Käfer nichts zu tun gehabt. Und deswegen stellen wir das auch nicht in den Vordergrund.
Okay, aber Rallyefahren war ja bei Ihnen 30 Jahre fast mit drinnen, ist das
Ich
richtig?
bin ungefähr 30 Jahre
Ja.
Rundstrecke gefahren.
Rundstrecke.
Und
24.
Rallyfahren ist dieses Auto.
Ja.
Da sind wir 5-mal die Monte Carlo Historik gefahren. Ganz erfolgreich unter den ersten 15 jedes Mal.
Wie hat denn die Liebe zum Auto so angefangen bei Ihnen?
Als junger Bursche braucht man ja einen fahrbaren Untersatz. Und es kann ja nur ein Auto sein, weil ein
Ja.
Moped oder Motorrad ist
Keine
auch
Kutsche?
keine Kutsche, kein
Kutsche.
Pferd. Die Pferde können es nicht in die Stadt mitnehmen und vor die Disco stellen, sondern sie
Das wäre
brauchen
auch
einfach einen
Spaß.
fahrbaren Untersatz. Und mein erstes Auto war ein mausgrauer Polizei PKW, Baujahr 56 mit 30 PS und mit Seilzugbremsen, also vom minimalsten, was es überhaupt gegeben hat.
Ja.
Und vermutlich ist diese erste Bekanntschaft mit dem Käfer auch in die Jahre hineingewachsen.
Also irgendwie scheint mir, Sie sind am Käfer hängen geblieben.
Ja,
Wie kam das zustande?
wir haben früher Stahlbau gemacht und nach einer Phase im Stahlbau, wo es nicht so stressig war, haben wir angefangen, Käfer zu machen. Und das sollte erst für den privaten Gebrauch sein. Und dann hat sich aber das herausgestellt, dass die Kunden eigentlich so ein Auto wollten, obwohl wir keine Reklame gemacht haben. Und dann sind wir dazu übergegangen und haben gesagt, wir flicken nicht, wir reparieren nicht, sondern wir stellen die Dinge neu her. Und haben dann auch im Zuge der Restaurationen gesehen, dass es keine Teile mehr gibt und haben dann auch Türen, Seitenteile, Querlenker, Querwand und selber aufgelegt und in einer besseren Qualität, als es je gegeben hat. Und deswegen, die Teile sind aus verzinktem Stahl und KTL beschichtet, also Kataphorese tauchlackiert, und es ist der Stand heutiger Technik. Und unsere Autos fahren auch nicht wie ein normaler Käfer fuhr, sondern sie fahren eigentlich wie ein heutiges Auto fährt. Das ist vielleicht ein bisschen meiner Rennvergangenheit mit Fahrwerkstechnik geschuldet, aber sie fahren richtig gut. Sie haben auch keine 50 PS Motoren mehr, sondern 100 PS und sie können bei uns bis 175 haben.
Wahnsinn.
100, 135, 175.
Aber Sie haben sich jetzt auf 2 Modelle spezialisiert.
Ja.
Gibt es da mehr Geschichte oder mehr Hintergrund dazu? Ist da ein Grund dabei? Oder?
Eigentlich ist es der Unterschied von der Vorderachse, also eigentlich von der ganzen Karosserie. Man spricht von langen und kurzen Vorderwagen und wir haben uns für den langen Vorderwagen entschieden und die waren zwischen 70 und 79. Also die zuletzt in Deutschland gebauten Fahrzeuge mit der modernsten Vorderachse und auch die besten Fahreigenschaften. Und der 1303 zu erkennen an der gebogenen Frontscheibe, an der Panoramascheibe, die auch vom Innenraumgefühl am größten sind und am modernsten ausschauen und die sie am besten, also einfach auch am besten fahren lassen.
Kurz zurückspringen, wie hat die Liebe zum Auto bei ihr angefangen?
Eigentlich war ich als kleiner Junge immer oder ab und zu dabei, wenn der Vater Rennen gefahren ist. Und dann hat man Benzin im Blut, dann fängt man an mit Go-Kart fahren, irgendwann einen Führerschein und dann doch im historischen Motorsport ein bisschen gefahren, habe dann auch Mechaniker gelernt und meinen Meister gemacht. Ja. Also war früh im Blut.
Ja, das kann ich mir so ganz gut vorstellen. Geht ja fast nicht anders.
Nee.
Ist ja alles um einen rum. Was macht man auch sonst? Ich habe aber gesehen, da war ein Seitensprung irgendwo. Der Fiat 500. Was gibt's da?
Fiat 600 ist
600, Verzeihung.
Ja,
Mein Fehler.
wenn man irgendwie Spaß an den Autos hat, dann kommt auch mal ein anderes Auto dazu.
Ja, das war einfach nur mal Spaß an der Seite.
Ja.
Genial. Und fährt sich das anders?
Ja,
Schon.
ist nicht vergleichbar. Also macht lange nicht so viel Spaß mit dem Käfer.
Interessant. Also, Käfer ist es. Und dann, wenn irgendwas fehlt, kommt man hierher und wir werden ausgeholfen.
Genau.
Super, vielen Dank.
Danke.
Danke auch.
Danke auch. That's it. We'll translate that now, all for you, and you'll see that on the other side.